Welcome to the slow motion movie. In this video we will continue the description of the RCP activities carried out for the Amazing Ball platform use case through the EICASLab software suite. In particular, we will focus specifically on the second RCP submode, named slow motion. The slow motion submode allows the offline repetition of experimental trials executed on field for advanced debugging and tuning purposes. The slow motion technique is an advanced feature offered by the rapid control prototyping phase that enables the analysis of the control software performance obtained during the experimental trials on the actual plant. For recording the execution of an RCP trial, it is necessary to activate the slow motion recording function before starting the RCP trial by means of the devoted EICASLab menu. Through the Control Design Selection, Data Recording, Mode Selection menu, a window gets open where it is possible to select the slow motion recording. By activating this option, all the processor input and output and the user commands sent to the controller will be automatically recorded on the PC disk during the next RCP trial. Moreover, if needed, this set of default variables can be widened by adding also user-defined variables by means of the block menu called Slow Motion Recording. To be noticed that the data recording for slow motion is managed by a smart system of buffering in order to avoid frequently writing on the hard disk, to minimize the writing time, and to prevent any loss of recording samples which would affect the fully and successfully slow motion activity. At this point, the system is ready to perform and record the RCP trial exactly as shown in the previous webinar. Once finished the execution, by accessing at the Control Design Phase Selection window, it is possible to switch toward the slow motion submode and review the just recorded trial. In fact, starting from the set of recorded data, the slow motion works like a moviola, by allowing the developer to process the plant input-output and the user commands recorded during the experimental trials, and to run the same control code executed on field for debugging step by step and variable by variable the developed control software. Summarizing, the slow motion takes care of recording the input and output data as they arrive at the RCP platform, that in this case is represented by the processor block. The procedure for starting the slow motion trial is very user-friendly and involves 3 steps. At first, it is necessary to select the acquisition to be reviewed by accessing at the slow motion setting acquisition selection menu. Then, only the first time after have switched the mode selection in slow motion, it is necessary to recompile the project. And finally, once get to this point, it is possible to run the Slow Motion Manager for review the trial. The Slow Motion Manager shows the trial, reproducing the same behavior of the on-field trial, with the addition that now, in slow motion, it is possible to pause, to go step by step, and also to go deeply into the code execution with a debugger tool. To be noticed that also through the Slow Motion Manager it is possible to open the acquisition selection window for changing the current acquisition, instead to close the tool and go back to the master window. Exactly alike to what was done during the RCP submode, when the trials is completed, a more deep and accurate analysis on the results can be performed by means of the poster tool, available in EICASLab, that allows the user to analyze in detail the temporal trend of the variable saved during the slow motion review. At this point, the slow motion submode is concluded. Thank you for the attention.